it's an ace on Card Sharks. Hey, here's your host, Mr. Rodney T. Flippin.
Welcome to Card Sharks, guys. Glad to have you with us. We're going to have an awesome time. I can feel it. Before we got on camera, I was looking for my game show microphone. And I'll just show it for a brief moment, because I do have a game show microphone. Y'all see this? just like on the real Card Sharks. Well, one of these players are going to vie to win a big cash jackpot. And the cash jackpot is worth what, Blanky?
Well, we'll have to see when we get to the money card.
Yeah. I'll just say this is worth a lot of money. Alright, so let's get to the cards. Alright, Meltdown, we have our return.
We gotta meet our players first.
Yes. Meltdown, we have our returning champion, Meltdown, who did very well in the money cards on the last show. You have won $3,675 in cash. Do you think you can win more money?
I'll see what I can try.
Well, good luck to you. And our challenger, another good friend of ours, who likes to do games with us, such as Farco, Joker's Wild, Tic-Tac-Toe, is AgentJack. How you doing, Agent?
Doing good.
Good, good, good. Are you, so what you planning to do during this holiday?
Games, joining your family and whatnot.
All right. Well, good luck to you. And I'll explain to viewers how Card Shark is played. It's the best 2 out of 3 match. And what y'all going to do, y'all going to answer survey questions to get to the cards. And the idea of Card Sharks is you have to predict whether that next card is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. And each game is worth $500 plus. Well, Blanky will tell you.
Well, we're looking at $175,000 for a $32,000 winner.
All right. And we give bonus money for poker hands, right?
Yeah, if you can develop them.
Right. All right, so with that said, Meltdown, you'll get that first question of Card Sharks, and here we go. We survey 100 single straight women. Would you date a guy who wore Ugg boots? Ugg boots. UGG, okay? How many said that they would date a guy who wear Ugg boots?
About 37.
37. Okay. AgentJack, is that number higher or lower than 37?
I'm going to go a little bit higher.
A little higher. All right, if it is higher than 37, Jack, you'll play the cards. If it is not higher than 37, then Meltdown will play his cards. And anybody that hits the number right on the nose, they'll get an extra $500. The actual number of straight women that said that they would date a guy who wear Ugg boots, is 39. Oh, Meltdown was just 2 off. But, Jack, you got control of the cards. Okay. Now, you have the power to change the card if you want to. And the card is a 3.
Keeping it and go higher.
Higher than 3. It's an 8.
Well, iffy. So, I'm going to freeze right here.
He's going to freeze on the card, keeping Meltdown away from his cards. And we go to our next high-low question. It goes to AgentJack. We asked 100 sports fans, did you participate in a fantasy football league last season? How many said that they have participated in a fantasy football league?
There's a lot of people that I'm not one of them, so I'm going to go with 44.
Going with 44. All right. Is that number higher or lower than 44, Meltdown?
Higher.
Higher. All right, let's check out the actual number of sports fans that participated in a fantasy football league is... Whoa! 43 is not higher, is lower, Jack. You almost had that $500 bonus. Well, you have the 8 there. The 8 becomes a jack. Good change.
Let's go lower.
Lower than a jack. A 3.
Let's go higher.
Higher than a 3. A queen.
Let's go lower.
For the first game, and depends on what happens, lower than a queen. It's a... Oh, it is low. I was about to say, because you had a pair of 3s up there, you would have won $500 plus another $1,000 for the pair, but you have to go back to your jack. That opens the door for meltdown. You have a 3 meltdown. You cannot change it.
Okay. Let's go higher.
Higher than a 3. It's a queen.
Let's go lower.
Lower than a queen. Ah! Cards are rough. Cards are rough. Okay, we go to our third question, and it goes to you, Meltdown. We asked 100 teenagers, if your dad sent you a friend request on Facebook, would you accept it? How many said that they would accept a request from Facebook from their dad?
40.
Going 40. Agent, is that number higher or lower than 40?
Well, I'm going to go higher because it's, family members.
All right. Well, let's check it out. The actual number of dads that will accept a friend request from their teenagers from Facebook is 72. It is higher. Good job, Jack. And you have control. You have the jack up there, Jack.
Not changing it and go with the same way of going down.
Lower. No! Sorry, Jack. Well, Meltdown, you have to play off that 3.
Okay. Let's go higher.
Higher than a 3. An ace.
Lower.
Lower than an ace. A 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. A 3.
And let's freeze.
Freezing on the 3, keeping Agent away from his cards, and this is the 4th and final question, so somebody must win off this play of the cards, so control is critical right here. We go to you, Jack. We survey 100 third graders. Do you get an allowance from your parents? How many said that they do get an allowance from their parents?
And we're talking about failed graders here?
No, it's just that, it's just third graders, yeah. We're talking about third graders.
Let's go low number of 30.
Going 30. All right, Meltdown, is that number higher or lower than 30?
Lower than 30.
Lower than 30. Okay, part of the decision, here's the question. How many third graders said that they get allowance from their parents? That number is 69. It is not lower, it's higher. Okay, so Agent, you have a decision to make. You have the power to change your jack if you want to, but you have 3 cards to go in order to win the first game. Meltdown has that 3, a great card of a 3 up there. He does not have the power to change it. And he has 1 card to go. You want to play this one for yourself, Jack, or force Meltdown to play?
Meltdown does have an automatic win, because the only way to lose is if it's a deuce or a duplicate.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to try this one out.
Okay. And what do you want? Do you want to keep the jack?
Why not change it?
Okay, he's going to change the jack, okay. And it is the king, a better card!
Yes, lower.
Lower than the king? A 6. Continue.
Let's go higher.
Higher than a 6. An 8.
Let's go down.
For the first game of $500, lower than an 8. You did it, Jack. Good job.
A high card.
That was a good comeback, Jack. You got $500. There's no poker hand right there, so you just get the basic $500.
You just have high card.
Right. And if you win this next game, Agent Jack, you're going off to the money cards, okay? So we're going into round number 2, and the question goes to Meltdown, and here it is. Meltdown, we ask 100 divorced men, are you a good listener? I was just talking to Blanky about this earlier. Are you a good listener? How many said they are, Meltdown?
66.
Going 66. All right, Jack, is that higher or lower than 66?
Sometimes I'm not a good listener, so lower.
Lower than 66. All right, the actual number of divorced men that said they're good listeners is 91. Is not lower, it's higher. So, Meltdown, you got the control. Your card is a 10, Meltdown. How do you want to handle it?
Let's go lower.
Lower than a 10. It's a 6.
Lower.
Lower than a 6. Nah, it's a queen. You go back to your 10. Agent Jack, free chance with a 7.
We can go different directions. Let's see if the next card is higher than a 7.
Higher than a 7. Yes, it's a 9.
I want to go below the 9.
Lower than a 9. Nah, it's an 8.
No.
And there's no progress, so we go on to another question. And we go to Agent Jack. Jack, we ask 100 women, have you ever paid more than $200 for a purse? How many said that they have paid more than $200 for a purse?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Let's do the middle, closest to the middle number, 48.
You're going with 48. All right, Meltdown, is that number higher or lower than 48?
Higher.
Higher than 48. Okay, the actual number of women that said that they pay more than $200 for a purse is 31. Is not higher, is lower. So, Meltdown, you got, Agent Jack.
A little bit smarter.
Yeah, Agent Jack got it. Now you have that 7 going. You want to keep that 7 or change it?
I'm going to like it as last. I want to change it.
All right, the 7 becomes a 5.
Let's go up.
Higher than 5. It's an 8.
Let's go down.
Lower than an 8. No, it's a jack. All right, it's back to you, Meltdown. You have the 10 you have to play.
Lower than a 10.
Lower than a 10. It's a 5.
Go higher.
Higher than a 5. It's a queen.
Go lower than a queen.
Lower than a queen. No, you go all the way back. All right, these cards are mean today.
Man.
All right, we go to our third question here, and it goes to Meltdown. Meltdown, we ask 100 single people, would you marry someone if you didn't like their parents? How many said they would?
47.
You're going with 47. All right, Jack, is the actual number higher or lower than 47?
I respect that number because not a lot of people like future father-in-laws. So I will say that number is slightly higher than 47.
All right, let's check it out. The actual number of single people said that they would still marry the one they love even though they hate their parents is 74. It is higher. Meltdown should have flipped that numbers. Okay, with that said, Agent, you have that 5 showing. What do you want to do with it?
I'm still going to keep it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to go with the same guess as before, going higher.
Higher than 5. It's a 7.
I'm not going with it. I'm going to stop right here and go to the next question.
All right, and then this next question is a sudden death question, so somebody has to win on this play of the cards. And this question goes to you, Agent Jack. And we asked 100 teenagers, have you used a landline telephone in the past week? How many teenagers said that they have used a landline telephone in the past week?
Wow, that's taking me back old school.
Yes.
I'll say 40.
Going 40. Okay. Higher or lower than 40, Meltdown?
I would say somewhere a little higher.
Higher than 40. Okay. Let's check it out. The actual number of teenagers that said they have used a landline telephone in the last week is 28. It's not higher, it's lower. A lot of people have cell phones nowadays. All right, so
but not everybody uses the landline nowadays.
That's true.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, people still will. Don't get me wrong.
Yep. Yep. And now, Agent, you have an important decision. You have a 7 showing. You have 3 cards to go in order to win the match. And you have the power of changing that 7 if you want to. Meltdown has that 10. He has 4 cards to go, and he does not have the power to change that 10. With that said, you want to keep your 7, or you want to force Meltdown to play it?
I will pass.
Meltdown, you have to call 4 in a row in order to tie this up. Call it. Higher or lower than 10? Is Meltdown there?
Meltdown, you're up. Hello?
Did Meltdown step away?
I can't hear him.
I can't either.
No, he's coming back.
All right.
He had a connection issue.
Okay. All right, Meltdown.
The winner plays Ralphie Solomon.
Got it. All right, Meltdown, what do you think? Higher or lower than 10?
He's not back yet.
He's not back. Okay. We'll wait.
I see him in the audience.
Oh, okay.
All right, Meltdown, welcome back. Higher or lower than the 10?
Lower than a 10.
Lower than a 10.
Sorry, that was the wrong deck. All right, lower than a 10?
God damn it.
It is lower than 10. 7. That's a blooper.
Lower than a 7.
Lower than 7. A 4.
Higher than a 4.
Higher than 4. No, now it's over with. Agent Jack is the new champion. And he got $500 for $1,000.
Play Meltdown.
Well, Meltdown, you're going to be leaving with $3,675. And our congratulations.
I'm sorry for going gay like that.
Yeah.
I was moving laundry around.
Yeah. That happened on the real Card Sharks. Okay. Agent Jack, you know the rules of the money cards. We're going to start you off with $200, okay?
This is played closer to the 86 version, though.
Right.
So it means I can borrow the duplicate.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. So you're going to work your way around the bottom line, predicting whether those cards are higher or lower than the ones that are before it.
Now, the difference between our version and other versions is it doesn't have to be an increment of the number 50. It can actually be any number you want as long as it's in the range of $200.
Right. Right. In other words, you can bid anything up to your bet. Yep. And then And then we're going to bring you up to the second level. We'll add $400 of new betting money. You're going to work your way across the board, predicting whether those cards are higher or lower. And you know, the big bet, if you go to the big bet, you must risk at least half of your money. Now, that has not changed. Okay, so with that said, we're going to start with your $200, and here is the opening card. It's a 5.
Sweet.
You want to keep
120 higher.
I think he said 120. Higher than a 5.
Hang on.
Yes, you got $320. You have a 7.
Can I change that to number 2, please?
Yes, you can. The 7 becomes an ace.
Double it. All of it.
All of it lower. It's 640. You have an 8 now. Now what do you want to do?
I want to $50 lower than an 8.
$50 lower than an 8. Thank God for that. It's king. Well, we bring you up to the next level. We add $400 to your total. You have $990, and you have a great card of a king. Huh?
This is going to be a big one. $750 lower.
A big one. $750 lower, Blanky. Yes. You have $1,740 and a 9.
What the change that 99 to the number 1?
Okay. The 9 becomes a queen. You have $1,740 to work with.
$700 lower.
$700 lower than a queen. It's a 4. You have $2,440.
Let's do it. 1,000 higher.
$1,000 higher than a 4. It's a push, no win, no. It's a push, no win, no loss. Now you have a 4 right now. You must bid at least 2020. Excuse me, not 2020. 1220 on this play.
No, we're not in the COVID year no more.
Right. Yeah, you must bid at least 1220 on this play of the cards, but you can bid more. Do you want to keep that 4, Jack?
So I want to keep it going up by 2,000.
For $4,440 or $440 if this is wrong. Higher than 4. It's a push. 3 4s in a row. Oh my, Atlanta.
Hey, don't complain. Nothing bad happened, but nothing. Take what you can get.
Right. So, Agent Jack, you want $2,440, and your total right now is $3,440. And we're going to take a break, guys. When we come back, we'll have a new opponent for Jack right after this.